All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome back to the session. Welcome back the 6 p.m. session, trading room. Good evening. We are gonna jump straight into it. All right. It's been a busy day today, so we're gonna jump straight into it, and then let's look at some of our setups. Right, the yen is coming nicely together. So we're going to talk about the yen is coming nicely together. So we could be set for some setups, some trading opportunities on the yen. All right. So yeah. So let's get right into it, guys. NFP, no, not NFP, but CPI came. The report came out, and obviously the market moved. All right. But that has not changed. Before we even get to gold and silver, I just want to go over the yen pairs. So that we prepared for this week. All right. So the GBP JPY. Let me do this. So remember, on the yen, we're looking to sell the yen. All right, we're looking to sell the yen. So we've got GBP JPY, Euro JPY. Let me just line them up. CAD JPY. Swiss, we're going to also include Swiss JPY and NZD JPY. Let's have a look. NZD JPY. All right. So the yen pairs are preparing to go up. All right. Obviously, the yen to weaken and the other pairs to rally towards the upside. So the analysis from the higher time frames still remains the same. Nothing has changed. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go straight to the lower time frames. All right. We are looking for some buys on the yen, meaning we're looking to sell the yen and to buy whatever is against the yen. So USD JPY, let me just clean this chart. All right. The analysis remains the same on the higher time frames. So if you look at the lower time frames, if you look at this structure, guys, remember where we're coming from. All right. We're coming from this low. All right. So we're coming from this whole structure here. All right. So remember, we're looking for buys. Now I want to show you guys something which could set up for the rest of the week. For the rest of the week. All right. Now there was a correction on the USD JPY. So we had this push up, right? And then price came back to correct. I'm not sure if I spoke about the possibilities of price tapping this zone. I'm not sure, but I think I might have. So price has retraced back to the fib. Back to it hasn't hit the 50 exactly on the 38.2, but we have a decent correction. If you go to your 4 hour, 1 hour, this is how it's looking. This is how it's looking. All right. So I'm going to remove this, and it seems like this correction is complete. Why do I say so? I'm saying that because remember, we are looking for a higher low. We're looking for the higher low. All right. So you will notice that price came back to tap this low. It came back to tap this low. Not exactly, but it came back to tap this low. So we're anticipating a higher low somewhere around here, unless it comes back down again one more time, unless it does that. But with what we see right now, it is quite bullish. What I also see is we have broken this low. We have broken this low. So if you had a look at the structure, before price went up, you would have anticipated price to create a low. So we've broken this low. So price now is ready to go up, right? It is going up now. As long as we have tapped this low, this zone, break, retest, and then we've broken this area. We are now set for some continuations towards the upside, right? It's basic. It's basic structure. This is the trend here. This is the trend. So as you guys can see, I don't have a buy as yet because you know, I've just been busy with the CPI and all of that. I don't have a buy as yet, but I'm looking for a buy, right? I'll take you guys through what I'm looking for a buy. What I'm looking for a buy. This is USD JPY. We are now looking at USD JPY. All right, so on USD JPY, guys, simple. You see now, if I take a buy where the market is, I'm gonna be forced to put a stop loss down here. So if, let's say, I take a buy here, I'm gonna be forced to put a stop loss down here, and that's quite a big stop loss for me. It's a big stop loss for me. The take profit here, let me show you where the take profit is gonna be. There are multiple take profit zones, but what I want us to do is to take it one step at a time. One of the take profits is here. That's one of the take profits. You see how we have structure there? We've got structure. We may have some liquidity. So one of the take profits is here. So if the take profit is here, if the take profit is here, this stop loss, guys, I'm not comfortable with this stop loss, right? If my take profit is here, I'm not comfortable with the stop loss. So that's quite a big stop loss. The Nikkei moved. Yeah, we'll have a look at the Nikkei. We'll have a look at the Nikkei just now. So what am I gonna do? For me to look for a buy on USD JPY, I always wait for a correction. I always wait for a pullback, right? I always wait for a pullback. So I'll be watching out for a pullback, more especially since price broke the structure, right? Any pullback that's gonna happen, I'll be looking for a buy, right? I'm not gonna take the buy there because of the stop loss, but once I get the pullback, then my stop loss would be somewhere here. Depending on the pullback, my stop loss will be somewhere here, my take profit there. Now this is it's a good risk to reward ratio. You see that? So USD JPY, it's moving. I'm just looking for a setup. Obviously, look for your setups, all right? Look for your setups, but this one we are ready to go up. We are ready to go up with this one. All right. Euro JPY also. You see how we've got these corrections. Euro JPY is also done. So I think there's going to be a trade even tonight. So this spike here, guys, right? This spike didn't go all the way down to the 50 of the Fibonacci. Let me show you. No, I think it went to the 50. Yeah, there we go. So, okay, almost the 50, right? It went to the 38.2. But we can see what's happening right now, right? There's a huge spike. Now, what I would do with this one here, the same thing as USD JPY. As long as price broke this low, then we're good to go, unless it comes back down to sweep liquidity, but we are good to go. I'm noticing also how we have these spikes. I'm noticing how we've got these spikes, right? So Euro JPY is ready to go up. You see how there's a correction. Look at this. Now this is what I'm talking about when I say USD JPY. Aha, look at that. So this is what I'm looking for in USD JPY. This. Simple. Right? We come from this low. We come from this low. We spiked this low, but we can see there's a bit of rejection here. Price went up. It broke this structure. Now we've got a correction. So this one could be one for tonight. Just keep a close eye on it, right? Could be one for tonight, a continuation there. You just need a breakout. Just make it very simple. This would be a breakout trade, right? To make it super simple. Yeah, this would be a breakout trade. I just wanna, yeah, so what price is doing right now is reacting from this structure, right, which is normal, but the bigger structure is bullish, right? So we just need a breakout. You can also do this if you want. You can also do this if you want, so that we get a break out of this. We get a break out of this, and then yeah, that would be a breakout, unless this correction becomes a little bit deeper. It gets a little bit deeper, unless that happens, all right? But as it is now, I think we're good for one more push up on this one. Good evening, good evening, good evening. So USD JPY looking for a correction. Euro JPY, the correction is forming, so just looking for a breakout. This might form tonight or tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, it might form tonight or tomorrow morning, all right? But as long as we know what we're looking for, guys, I think that's proper. GBP JPY, let's see. GBP JPY should be doing the same thing as well. Let's have a look at the correction here. So GBP JPY, we are trading this trend. Let's see what's happening here. Yeah, also the same thing. Let me just see. So it came back, tapped that. All right. So the same thing as well, right? We spiked that low and the market reacted to some support here, to some support. All right, so this would be the same thing as well. Whew. Yeah, no, it's gonna be the same thing as well. If you want, you can do this and wait for this break, or get this break. Right, we just need a break of this. Either this is gonna be the break. Yeah, in fact, I think this is a good break. Looking for some breaks there. So Euro JPY, GBP JPY, they are correcting. USD JPY not yet. So USD JPY, well, it did correct, but let's see if you're gonna get another correction here. This one also broke out. Also broke out. All right. Let's see, and then we've got CAD JPY. Yeah, CAD JPY also. Yeah, all of them are doing the same thing. They spiked down. Spiked. So yeah, they look similar. All of them look similar. They spiked down. Let me do this. Yeah, we see the same price action on all of them. We may get some sort of a pullback here, but still looking for this. Yeah, we may get some sort of a pullback on the lower time frame. Yeah, exactly. We are getting a pullback retest here. So a continuation up. So that's CAD JPY. Swiss. We have not spoken about the Swiss JPY in a very long time, but look what it's doing. This is what it's doing. All right. Let me just look at the weekly quickly. So broke that. This. Yeah, Swiss also, we're ready to go up. Well, it is going up. Yeah, Swiss, we are ready to go up. Swiss yen. So with Swiss yen, we have a 50. We've got a 50 retracement, 61.8 retracement. At least that's good. Let's see. Yeah, I think Swiss yen is gonna be a decent one. It's gonna be a decent one. Projecting that we're going back to this area. We're going back to this area. We've had a test. All right. So this trend line has formed. So any move to the upside here, I would project that we're going back to the trend line, to the resistance. You see how it is. So this one is gonna, yeah, this is definitely one for this week. Definitely one for this week. Definitely one for this week. Yeah, so same thing here, guys, right? I think all of them, we need a breakout on all of them. Swiss yen as well. Swiss yen, unless it comes back down here. Unless it comes back down here, we're gonna break out. Unless it does that. So it will either do this, come back down before it does this, or it will just go up from here, right? It's either going to come back down before it goes up, or it's going to break out. So same setup. And then let's have a look at NZD JPY. Let's look at NZD JPY. NZD JPY, the same thing. We have this. So the bigger time frame analysis hasn't changed, all right, on NZD JPY. It's still the same. The structure we are looking at is this one. I'll show you just now. Yeah, this is the structure here we are focusing on. All right, so the bigger time frame analysis is still the same. So looking for a continuation up. So this one also, it's a situation where we need a breakout. Yeah, so at least the JPY, the setup is developing on the JPY. All right, so that is something we can prepare for this week. Definitely something we can prepare for this week. right? What's this? NZDJPY. All right. And then when you look at the commodities, guys, when you look at the commodities, obviously gold is doing what is doing. We had CPI. We have not had a push towards the downside. Let me do this. All right. So this is how gold is looking. All right. Now, long term on gold, I am bullish long term on gold, right? I am bullish up until we reach this high, right? Long term, I am bullish, but I'm looking for short term sells before I continue this trend. So the trend has already formed. This is the trend already going up. Now with this trend, we are breaking out of this structure, right? It seems like we're breaking out of this structure. So if we're looking for a continuation of this, well, you know, I don't know how you get your setups, but in terms of my setups, if I want to jump onto this trend, I want price to first correct before I join the trend. You see that? So this is usually what I want. So the trend is already bullish. All I'm looking for is a correction for me to swing gold towards the upside. But the way I see things, this correction is going to offer us short-term sells, right? Looking at how this one was, let me show you. This was the first one here, right? On this correction, there were short-term sells here, right? So price didn't go down, it went up. But this is something I'm talking about. So I'm anticipating another correction, which is going to be as big as this one, which there's going to be short-term sells before we go up. That's how I am on gold at the moment, right? Long term, I'm bullish up until we reach 5,000. Was it 6,000? 5,500. So now what's happening now is that the correction is, well, obviously it hasn't started as yet. It has not started as yet. There is divergence, definitely. Look at the divergence. The MACD divergence is still there. So the MACD is pulling down now, right? This is signs of a possible correction coming. So I'm not, you see, right now, I'm not interested in buying gold where it is right now. Personally, I'm not interested in buying gold. I can see that the MACD is signaling that we are about to push down very soon. So I'm looking for a short-term sell before I jump and join the trend towards the upside. That's my view. That's my thought process. All right. So for now, this is what's happening. Let me go back. So that daily candlestick, it failed. Yesterday's candlestick failed. Price did not reject and go down. Looking at today's candlestick. So yeah, but I'm looking for a short-term sell before a long-term buy. As long as we are breaking the structure, that short-term sell is coming. It's coming. So be on the lookout, guys. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. All right. Be on the lookout. At some point, we're gonna get that push towards the downside. So let's see if we're gonna reject from here. Let's see if we're gonna reject from there. If that's the case, then definitely we are gonna push down. Yeah. So I'm just gonna wait on gold. All right. Yeah, it just needs a bit of patience. But now you see the structure, right? This structure, before gold drops, this structure can still continue going up. It can still do that, right? Before gold drops. So yeah, if you wanna short-term buy this, you can. If you wanna short-term buy this, and if it breaks out of the structure and goes down, then you know what's gonna happen. All right. So that's how gold is. That's how gold is doing. So just a bit of time, just a little bit of time is needed. A little bit of time is needed. Gold is gonna give us good returns. You'll see. Whether we sell it short term or we swing towards the upside, it's gonna give us good returns. Just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. Yeah, just a matter of time. All right. And obviously silver is going to follow as well. Silver is going to follow as well. Look at what silver is doing. So, okay. So this is today's candle. All right. There's this rejection around this area. Silver also, let me show you the bigger structure on silver before I continue. You see silver, I'm also long-term bullish on silver. Long-term bullish, right? Up until we reach this high. So any low that forms, I'm watching out for this. You see like this low that formed here, I'm watching out for this. But obviously you don't expect price to move in a straight line. So it won't do that. It's going to move in a trend of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. There will be corrections in between. So right now, the structure's been broken. Let's do this. You see right now, this structure has been broken, right? So we've got new structure. So there's a possibility we're going to do this before we continue because there's the trend. There's the trend. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for a short-term sell to sell this correction short-term and then to swing trade this move up. So my swing trades are going to be bullish. My short-term trades are going to be bearish. Hope that makes sense. All right. So swing trade is going to be this move. This is the move you don't want to miss. You don't want to miss this move. Right? So gold and silver, it needs a bit of time. A bit of time. But looking at what silver is doing right now is encouraging. It seems like we have a very big rejection around this high. So this could be some good signs that we are starting that correction. Some really good signs. You're starting that correction. Yeah. Some really good signs, positive signs there. Let's go back to gold. So gold is moving slow. It's moving slow. Yeah, gold is a little bit slow right now, but silver is moving. All right. So yeah. So that's how I'm positioned on gold, guys, right? So remember, with the higher time frame structure, right? I'm bullish long term on both gold and silver with the higher time frame structure. So now this will be the swing trade. This will be a swing trade. This move here is going to be a swing. A swing meaning you catch the impulse and then you ride the impulse for as long as it lasts. As long as it lasts. It could be something like this where imagine you caught a trade somewhere here, right? And then you projected maybe the market is going to go here. So you would swing this move all the way up. Right? You have to be patient. It can take 2 months to go up. But you know what? It doesn't matter how long it takes. What matters is the amount of pips you are going to gain from this move. The amount of pips without risking too much. So what I'm saying is, in terms of short term, you know, the scalp is going to be this move. That is the scalp. But if and when the correction forms, so the correction would be not necessarily a scalp, but some short-term sell trades. It's going to be short-term trades, short-term sell trades. You know, so I would short-term sell, maybe, okay, let's have a look at the scenario just to explain this point. So let's say this happens, right? Price rejects this top where it is right now. I'm gonna give you guys a scenario. Let me do this. So we're getting the rejection, right? And let's say from there, price breaks out of the structure, out of the current bullish structure. So we get something like this. It goes down and then it comes back for the retest, right? And then we catch it on the retest maybe, right? We're gonna go down with it. Now, as we go down with it, we are not expecting that silver is gonna go all the way down. We're not expecting this, right? So we would have take profits, like for instance, this could be a take profit here. So you would catch it from there to there. It's a short-term trade, right? It's not necessarily scalp, but just a short-term trade. If it continues to drop, we can maybe have a look at this as another take profit, right? Something like that. And once this move is done, then we're going to get the continuation of the bigger structure, which is going to be a swing now, So this push, I just want to zoom out here, guys. There we go. So now once this is done, we're going to get this swing towards the upside, right? So yeah, so this would be a short-term sell. There would be short-term sells once we get bearish trades would be short-term sells, short-term trades. And then the long-term swings would be the bullish ones. Yeah. But if you want to scalp it, you can scalp it, right? But that's the whole point. Hope that makes sense, right? So gold and silver, that is the plan. You see how gold is trying to bounce. I think we're gonna get something solid from tomorrow. Today is Wednesday. I think from tomorrow we are gonna get something solid on gold and silver. I can foresee that there's a trade coming on gold and silver, a short-term seller I spoke about. So have this in your watch list. Gold and silver in your watch list. All right, making sense, guys? Does it make sense? Yes, no? I hope it does, yeah? The Nikkei, the Nikkei moved, right? The Nikkei moved. So you see now, look at the Nikkei. Whew, the beauty about trading, guys, one of the beauties about trading is that you see patterns, the same patterns over and over and over and over and over again. You see the same patterns over and over and over and over again. And then when you see these patterns, you get excited because you understand the movements that are going to come from those patterns. And those movements are consistent. They are consistent. You see what's this? What Nikkei is doing right now, JPN 225. You see what it's doing right now. I want to go to NASDAQ and show you guys NASDAQ. I want to go to NASDAQ and show you NASDAQ, right? You will see the same pattern, but the variation might be slightly different. I'll explain what that means. So NASDAQ went up. So before we even get to NASDAQ, I want to show you something here. I'm still swinging NASDAQ, guys. I'm still in a position on NASDAQ. You see this formation here. Up until the higher low. This is where the higher low is. And then you see how NASDAQ went up. I want to put JPN 225 next to it. I want to show you something. Technical analysis is not about guessing where price is going to go. It's not about acting upon your feelings. It's about recognizing repeatable patterns. That is going to give you, or that will give you, consistent movements. That is what technical analysis is. Look at that. These are the same patterns. Same patterns. Look at that. My word, my goodness. My goodness. There's slight variation. Let me show you the variation quickly. This low, I'm going to type in number 1. You see this low, this number 1 low here. If you look at JPN, it's this low. Number 1. Both these lows are the same thing. They're the same thing. And then we've got low number 2. Notice how low number 2 is lower than low number 1 on NASDAQ. On Nike, here is low number 2. It's the same pattern. It might differ slightly through its variations. Alright, but the whole point is this. From low number 2, this pattern reacts this way. Price usually gives you this. So now look at what Nikkei is doing. It's doing the same thing. If you had your channel drawn like this, for whatever reason, Nikkei would have given you the same thing. The same thing. Same pattern. The consistency of the movement as a result of this pattern. NASDAQ is going up. Nikkei is going up. And this is not about correlation. We're not talking about correlation. We're talking about how technical analysis is so simple, because all you do is that you identify patterns that gives us consistent movements, and those movements are trading opportunities. Why? Because they are consistent. That's it. You see, if you can grasp what I've just said right now, I promise you, your thinking of the chart and how you view the chart is going to be on a different level. And now from here on, what then do we do? If we understand this fact, what then do we do? We simply wait for these patterns to appear. Whatever price does, it doesn't matter what price will do. As long as those formations, patterns, structure appears, we're going to get the same movements consistently. And what is that? That's a trading opportunity. All right. So Peter, you are on JPN. Yeah, JPN is going back to this high. Going back to that high. All right. So look at where it is now. So obviously I'm not in a buy, right? I'm looking for a buy. So what I love about this is that it broke this structure. At some point it's going to create new structure, which is going to give us what? A correction. So I'm waiting for a correction before I buy. I'm waiting for a correction before I buy. So you're in a buy right now. Just be aware that there could be a correction. I don't know when, but there could be a correction. So just manage your trade. But the next correction that's going to form is going to be a buy opportunity. Buy opportunity. It's going to be buy opportunities. Yeah. So I think Nikkei is a good setup. Is a good setup. Yeah. Great stuff. So where are we? Where's Nikkei now? Cool. So guys, let's keep an eye on the commodities, the indices. All right. NASDAQ. Look at what NASDAQ is doing. NASDAQ is gonna break that high. Watch out for this. Things are moving now. You know, I get excited when things are moving. And most of the time in the markets, things start to move midweek. Right? If you guys have noticed, the majority of the movements, they begin midweek. So it's Wednesday today. You see NASDAQ. NASDAQ, we're looking for a continuation up. A break. If this is going to come back for a retest, is going to be a trading opportunity. So I want it at some point to come back for the retest. That's what I would want, for a trading opportunity back to this high, back to that high, back to that high. Yeah, no, things are moving. It's exciting. It's exciting. Things are moving. Things are moving. So keep a close eye. Keep a close eye. Keep a close eye. So what do we have? We've got the commodities, of course, gold and silver. Right? Let me do this. We've got so this is what we're gonna keep an eye on from tomorrow. All right. Whoa, what's happening? Gold. Let me do this. We've got gold. We've got silver. We have the JPY pairs. We've got the JPY pairs. I mean, we can also include JPN 225 also there. Right, that's Nikkei, JPN 225, what we just looked at a short while ago. We'll have a look at, we will do analysis on the dollar tomorrow. The CPI is out. We'll have a look at the dollar analysis from tomorrow, but at least these ones are going to give us some trades. If not all of them, some of them are going to give us some trades this week into next week, possibly. But yeah, this is still our script for this week. Whoa. All right, guys. So let's keep an eye, and then we will definitely 9:30 tomorrow. We'll definitely come back and just see if there's opportunities. All right, but yeah, that is the watch list midweek. That's our watch list. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're gonna end it. This is where we're gonna end it. Hope you guys learned, enjoyed. Whatever trades you are on right now, manage those trades. If you wanna close, you can close, as long as you get money out of that position, right? It doesn't matter whether you close 50% through the target or whatever, as long as you get money out of that position. That's what counts. All right. So we're going to end it here. I'm going to sign out. Have yourselves a warm and nice evening. 9:30 tomorrow sharp. I'll be with you guys. All right. So let's see what's going to happen 9:30 tomorrow morning. Cheers. Enjoy. Have a good one. And yeah, catch you guys tomorrow.